What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are going over the results of UFC Baku, Azerbaijan that ended about 2 hours ago. A lot of interesting things happened. A lot of new information came out. So we got a lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. I'm going to spend this part of the video talking about the prelims. A lot of interesting things happened during those that I wanted to talk about. If you want to skip to my main card reaction, use the timestamps down below. Anyways, let's go ahead and start with Tagir versus Maxim. I thought Maxim won that fight, but I'm not really mad that they gave it to Tagir. I don't care. I would have to rewatch it, and I could easily probably see it going for Tagir. It was a pretty close fight. But the issue I have there is the fact that there were two 30-27s. That should literally be impossible. There was not a single... I don't know how you could watch that fight and come to the conclusion that Tagir had a 30-27 over Maxim. That literally didn't happen. I don't know what the fuck those judges saw. That was batshit crazy, and I had to say my piece. The crazy thing is, though, they weren't even the worst quote-unquote officials at this event. During the Iron Turtle and Nardiev fight, holy shit. I'm sure you don't need me to explain if you're watching this video, but what happened was Iron Turtle got eye poked twice, I believe, and then he took a nasty knee while he was grounded. And of course, Nardiev jumped on the fence thinking he won after the ref separated him. But the ref should have DQ'd Nardiev then and there. He should have just done it. You could tell that the eye was really fucking with the Iron Turtle. He couldn't even open it at the start. The ref was just standing there like, huh? Like he didn't know what to do. It was bugging me so bad. And then the doctor comes in and they're both just standing there. They're not doing shit. It seemed like they really had no clue what to do. And to support that, you had Herb Dean telling them both what to do from outside of the cage. And yes, I get it. Herb Dean is like the top tier, no matter what profession you're in. If you have a true expert of that craft right there coaching you, you're going to listen to what he says. That wasn't really the case here. These guys clearly had no idea what the fuck to do. It was pissing me off so bad. To be fair to them, I do like that the ref took 2 points. Now, I feel like that was because Herb Dean said to, but that made me feel a lot better. Combine that with the fact that Iron Turtle ended up winning. It was a happy ending overall, so I'm sure we're all gonna forget about this pretty quickly, but that was batshit insane. The crowd was cool at Baku and everything. I think it was cool they went over there, but when they go back, they need to make sure that commission is on their fucking game, because that was god-awful. I'm seeing a lot of people say that the card was pretty dog shit until the Sadikov knockout, which that was a beautiful knockout by him. I gotta say, I don't think it was that bad. To be fair, I was at fucking work, so every little bit of action, my eyes would bolt right to the fucking screen, so maybe I'm putting too much credit to these fights because of where I was, but I didn't think it was that bad. That Iron Turtle fight, that Tagir Maxim fight, that was enough to keep me fueled for that main card. Anyways, that's really all I wanted to say about the prelims. Comment down below, what did you think about the Iron Turtle situation? How did those refs look? Did you think Tagir won? I don't think so. Comment down below what you think. Let's get on to the main card, guys. All right, we are on to Blaydes versus Kuniev. Now, I gotta be honest, this is for all my picks. They were all pretty fucking bad. This is easily one of my worst set of picks I've ever put out there. It might be the worst. Anyways, I picked Blaydes to win, but I thought it was going to dominate Kuniev. I thought Kuniev was going to get fucked, dude. I really did. I was like, there's no way this fat juice head was going to come in and beat Curtis Blaydes in his debut. That's exactly what Kuniev did. He looked pretty good, at least better than Blaydes in there, in my opinion. He won on the damage criteria aspect of it, but apparently Blaydes' knees to Kuniev's thighs counted a lot in the judges' mind. Regardless, though, I am not mad about that robbery, quote-unquote robbery. I would have to rewatch that again, because at the time I thought Kuniev won, but who knows, on a rewatch I could see that Blaydes won. But to me, that felt like a robbery at the time. And I don't really mind it, honestly. Like I said, Kuniev is a juice head. We all know that. He popped for 4 different fucking steroids. The fuck are you doing, bro? I'm glad he lost. Although I'm not proud of it, that makes you want to know my picks so far. Let's go on to the co-main event. This is really where I dropped the ball. Fiziev versus Bahamondes. I predicted Bahamondes to win via first round KO. I did say I might be squeaking on that, but I still thought Bahamondes was going to win. I didn't think he'd get fucked up the way he did. To be fair to me, I did say that I think Fiziev is a more skilled fighter. I just didn't think he'd be able to get past that range, that reach, the distance management. But he came in and proved me the fuck wrong immediately. He was the one piecing up Bahamondes. He was the one initiating these striking exchanges. It was just a shock to see. I didn't think he would be able to do that. I know he's more skilled, but I didn't think he was that much better than Bahamondes. I do think Bahamondes was way too hesitant. He was giving Fiziev too much respect. I mean, he may have felt that power in the first round and realized he had to play it a little bit more safe, but it almost seemed like he couldn't find his range, or he wasn't willing to go find his range until probably at the end of the second round, really even the third round. That's really when he started to kind of put things together, but I don't think he threw a 3-punch combo at all unless he was getting hit with a 3-punch combo. Ultimately, that was the story of the fight, too. Fiziev came out strong, took round 1 easily, took the first half of round 2 for sure, but once Bahamondes started landing shots, Fiziev was able to come back with 1 or 2 more for every shot that Bahamondes would land. And by the looks of it, it seemed like Fiziev's power was doing a lot more to Bahamondes than what Bahamondes' power was doing to Fiziev. It was just a really, really good y'all must have forgot performance from Fiziev. Yeah, he did lose his last 3 against tough competition, and yeah, 3 losses are 3 losses, but I feel like he really reminded everybody, including myself, that, believe it or not, he once was that up-and-comer, and that he still is that up-and-comer that we thought Bahamondes was. I still think Bahamondes will have a great career. I think this will be a learning experience for him. He needed to be on the gas, and he really wasn't. I don't know what it was he felt, but Fiziev took that fight from him, and I would say he did it pretty easily. That makes me 1-1 in my main card picks. Let's go on to the main event. All right, we are on to the main event. Khalil Rountree versus Jamahal Hill. This is probably the reason why you guys are here. My last video's thumbnail or whatever. I'm gonna be honest, I was completely fucking wrong on this one. I thought Khalil was gonna get knocked the fuck out and look pretty shitty in there. That's not what happened, man. He looked really, really good. He clearly patched up the holes in his game, and his game plan showed that. He came in and not rushing. He came in calm, cool, not getting too crazy with throwing because he knows he'll gas out. He'd throw something, it'd land, he'd stay calm. Get his composure back and throw. If it lands, stay calm, get his composure back. He did a really good job tonight. On top of that, too, he didn't make it a boxing match. I think Hill still is the better boxer than Khalil, but Khalil's immediate use of leg kicks, body kicks, it was just beautiful. You could tell he was really breaking Jamahal down. It was a very good win for Khalil, and yeah, I feel like he did show that he leveled up his game. And he kind of shut down the conversations that his cardio isn't as good in the 5th. His game plan showed that he heard and noticed those criticisms, and he went back in the gym and corrected it. As for Jamahal Hill, I don't know what to say, man. I'm a Jamahal Hill fan. If you go back in all my pick videos, I've always picked him. I've always been a fan of him. I don't know. Like, kill me, right? Sue me. I just don't think it was that bad. I appreciated that he was always trying to play the heel. I like that he was always talking his shit. I liked how he talked shit on Twitter to fans. I think that's fucking hilarious. And he was the former champ, whether we like it or not. No matter how fraudulent we think that reign was, it wasn't that fraudulent. He was the former champ, and we gotta stop sleeping on him as if he wasn't. Yes, his physique isn't top-notch, especially when compared to guys like Khalil. Yes, his footwork isn't top-notch, especially when compared to guys like Pereira. But we got to remember, guys, he had a ruptured Achilles, and that's what lost him his belt. Most athletes in other sports don't come back from that. And if they do come back from that, they're just different. They're slow. They're a beat behind. They can't move the way they used to. And honestly, I think that's what we've been seeing with Hill. I swear, man, pre-Achilles Hill was a lot quicker. Had a lot more pop in his punches, pep in his step. But ever since that rupture, he just hasn't been the same. And the reasoning for that is his footwork isn't really that good. His timing is good, but he really just has hands. But before his injury, he was able to depend on his athleticism, his quick reactions to knock guys the fuck out and get his victories. But now that he can't depend on his athleticism as much due to that Achilles injury, he has to depend on his skill, his footwork. And as we know, he doesn't have a solid base there. So it just comes down to literally his fucking hands. And that's why we see he has success in certain exchanges, but he just has trouble moving out the way now. He has trouble pivoting. Everything like that. He seems slower. He seems like he's lagging. And I understand that frustration. That's probably why he's so angry. He knows he could be a lot better. He knows he could have been a lot better. But that damn basketball game fucked his career up. I'm not trying to take away from Khalil. It was a great win. He fucked up Jamahal, but I'm a Jamahal fan. And I didn't like seeing that, man. I don't like seeing Jamahal get washed like that. So I don't know what's next for both guys. You know what? Actually, let me play matchmaker for a bit. Here's what we do. We do Khalil versus Yuri. Boom. You do Jan Blachowicz versus Chamahal Hill. Boom. Then you do the Ankalaev versus Pereira rematch. Boom. Rakic versus Olberg. Boom. The UFC needs to hire me now. Anyways, I was wrong on the main event. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I thought Khalil was going to get fucked up the way Khalil fucked up Jamahal. I was wrong on that, guys. I'm sorry. It was a bad video. I made it last second. My picks weren't that good. But, you know, we all have our bad days, right? Okay, that is going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in. As always, make sure to like, subscribe, share with your friends. It goes a long way here. We're a very small channel. So, yeah, every interaction goes a real long way. Follow me over on Twitter/X. I live tweet during all the fights, all cards, just like I did this one. Make sure to follow me over there. I respond a lot quicker over there. And stay tuned. I'm going to be uploading a video on this Tom Aspinall, John Jones news. So make sure to stay tuned. I'll get something up maybe later tonight. I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys. See you.